Hey, how's it going? I started playing some more Path of Exile recently for the 3.28 launch that's coming up in a couple of days. It's got me pretty excited. GGG's making a lot of changes that all look pretty good. So I just want to go over what my plans were. And then also a couple of things that I found were interesting that they've revealed so far. So first of all, this is the character that I've been messing around with. It's just a level 57 Necromancer, and I've been using Absolution. As you can see, my gear is just like gear that I found. Actually, what I did is in Act 6, I had, I got like 1.8 million gold, but I used a reasonable amount of gold that you could get from just like saving up going through the campaign. It was like 10,000, 15,000 gold. I feel like you'll probably have that much by Act 6 or maybe even more. Or you could farm it. My point being is I went and I gambled with Faustus. And I went like, I got 5 belts, 5 chest pieces, 5 helmets, and they were each like 1K each. And I ended up getting really good stuff. I was impressed. And so in this current league, 3.27, you were able to use the league mechanic to go to this Genesis tree and spec into whatever kind of equipment you wanted, and it would drop you like godly stuff. And that's going away. But I'm definitely going to use Faustus in Act 6 to help me get through the campaign. So yeah, so like I said, my gear is this gear is good for like I'm in Act 8 now, but I got this stuff in Act 6. It was really good, just helped me breeze through it. And I got that through gambling, most of it anyways, gambling with Faustus. Here's what my tree looks like. I'm just like kind of all over the place. Life, mana, efficiency, auras, and then minion damage, spiritual aid, some armor, and elemental resistances. And then the next thing I'm getting right here is this for more life and mana regen and a little bit of life regen too. The very first ascendancy one I took was this one, just to get the 30 L res and 30% increased damage. And then for the next one I'll get is the offerings affect you. Get that one. And then I got the increased effect of offerings on the minion mastery right there. And the offering that I'm using is I'm using a flesh offering to go faster. These are all the skills I'm using. Yeah, right there, flesh offering. I'm not using regular smite. I'm only using it for the Vow version. So yeah, so I'll show you my skill setup. So I'm on console. So I use it usually on console. You don't really like to have anything set up to A, but I'm going through the campaign, and while I'm in standard league, I could like just put on a 6 link and do like cast when damage taken. I feel like that's kind of cheating. So I just have a guard skill on A, so that's not too bad. You know what I mean? That's like the best skill probably. That's a guard skill or like a curse is probably like, or even your offering is like the best thing to have on A if you have to put a skill on A, or on PlayStation that would be X. And then here's my main attack skill, Absolution. There's my offering, and then I got Flame Dash. Over on this side, when I hit the right trigger, I got, wait a second. That shows Smite, but that's because I was messing with my skills. Hang on, that's supposed to be Orb of Storms. So then I put down Orb of Storms, Flame Totem, and then I'll hit them with the Curse at the bottom, Conductivity. And then B, I got my secondary movement skill, Shield Crush, or Shield Charge. So yeah, so I'll Flame Dash once or twice, and then I'll hit this, and then I'll Shield Charge, and that's how you can like keep going fast and let your movement skill cool down. So then over here I got a Flame Golem. Oh man, again, see my skills are all messed up. That's supposed to be, what's this one supposed to be? This is supposed to be, let's see. It's because I was moving around stuff. This one is supposed to be Summon Holy Relic. Alright. So yeah, I got my other minions. Summon Holy Relic and Flame Golem. And then I got Val Absolution and Vol Smite. And I'll usually let those, like, I'll run through the area and I'll let those build up, and then if I get to like a crazy rare, or actually, I mean, crazy rares even aren't that bad because I'm in the campaign, but when I get to a boss, then I'll use both of those. And then the supports that I got for stuff, I got, oh, here's Determination, Molten Shell. I just got that locked at level 7. Summon Holy Relic, Tempest Shield, Vol Smite, Vitality, Clarity, Summon Flame Golem, Flame Dash, Conductivity, Shield Charge, Orb of Storms, and Holy Flame Totem with added lightning damage. There's my main skill. Absolution, added lightning damage, physical to lightning, and minion damage. Whoops. Here I got Herald of Purity, Flesh with Feeding Frenzy support. And then down here I got Flesh Offering with more duration. And yeah, so going pretty good. I actually got a couple clips here. I'll show. I got one clip where I just beat the boss of Act 7. And then another clip where I was going through the subsequent area. Wait, here we go. Alright, so here we go. And it's nothing special. I think that Guardian will probably be better for Absolution, but I'm gonna go Necromancer so that way I can swap to a Cultist when I get some like better gear. This is me right here. And then I got all these minions. And it's kind of like holy themed. All my minions are like holy, except for like the Flame Golem. But it's kind of holy because like in this game, like fire is like holy, like righteous fire. Or at least it can be. So there you go. So took care of our Akali pretty easy. And then here I'll show you going through the next area. And then so while this is going, I guess I'll talk about some of the things that I saw. There's this new essence that's coming out. It's called Essence of Desolation. And I don't know how much this thing's going to be, but this is probably going to be the... oh, I think in this clip I hit Vol Smite and Vol Absolution. Yeah, so you can see what those look like. Right there. See that dude just ascended. Now he looks like Innocence. And I did the Vol Smite. And because I'm using a Scepter, and Vol Smite deals a little bit of damage. It'll kill scrub enemies that are just hanging around. So see, it's pretty good. It's not going to be the fastest build. And I think Guardian will probably be better, but I just really like the Witch. Oh, it kicked me out the game. Oh well. So yeah, so there's this Essence of Desolation it's called. I think I'm going to chase after this. I don't know how much it's going to be. It might be like a div. It might be like 10, 20C. It might be 5C. And the reason why I want one is because it has a belt modifier that says 30% increased effect of magic flasks if there's no adjacent magic flasks to the flask. So easily, I just thought, like, so you just go like this. You just set it up like this, and then you just go like this. Then you put another magic one like this, and then you put your mana flask like this, and then you put another magic one like this. You get 3 flasks, all getting 30% increased effect. That, if you play this game, that's crazy. That's like super, super good for going through maps. That, like, you know, you can't get a Mage Blood in white maps, so that's like really good, man. It's not Mage Blood level, but it's really good. Like, you'll notice, like, when you hit your Quicksilver Flask, you'll go faster. And you don't have to do all Quicksilver Flasks. I was thinking like a Quicksilver Flask, and then maybe like a you could go with like a Silver Flask if you really want to be fast. You could go defensively with Granite, or a Bismuth Flask for Ellie Res, or a specific res like Chaos Res. There's a lot of choices. And then whatever you roll for mods with your alterations, those are going to get increased effect as well. So you can get a movement speed flask with movement speed on it. You can get an armor flask with armor on it, and so on and so forth. So that sounds really, really strong to me. And I always like to run through the axe usually with a life and a mana flask. Or maybe like I'll ditch the mana flask after a while when I get good sustain, and I'll go with 2 life flasks. And so I still got 30% increase effect on all 3 of those flasks. That's really good. So that's going to be one of the first things I try to get, and I'll just slap that on whatever belt. Maybe I'll be able to get one of those new cord belts real quick. If you don't know, it's a new blight belt that you can craft on, and it lets you anoint. It lets you anoint with oil. So instead of like plus 17 to energy shield, it can be anointed. So that's pretty OP. So maybe get one of those and then put a good anoint on it, and then get that essence, and just, you know, just pray that I get good mods. Or maybe the essence won't be that expensive and I can buy a few of them. But I think that's going to be the very first thing that I go for, because, man, that sounds like really good. That sounds so smooth, like 30% increase effect of your Quicksilver flask. Yeah, that's, yes please, I'll take that for 1 mod, you know what I mean, that you can get on an essence. So I like that a lot. I'm going to, for instance, actually, let's go look. Like, one of the better flask nodes is over here. Let's see, what does this one have? Let's see. %5 increased effect. Yeah, see, so like, I mean, and this is one of the better ones. Reduce flash charges used and gain. This is one of the better flasks. Yeah, see, so yeah, that's really that 30% increase effect of flash. That's really good to get that for, you know, your 3 magic flasks. So that's what I'm gonna do. Like I said, after I get like some currency and get into the end game, I'm gonna switch to Occultist, and that's why I'm going Necromancer. So that way I can just respec. If you go Guardian, then you gotta, well, first of all you gotta play as the Guardian, which he just looks annoying, and then you gotta make a new character. And I don't really like going through the acts multiple times. Like, even if you have a bunch of stuff, it's like, it's fine to go through the act like 1 time with everybody right when League starts, but it's not that fun to go through it again. So anyways, and then once I switch to Occultist, I think I want to try the Frost Mage support, because that sounds like it's pretty cool. It lets you, similar to Archmage, it lets you stack damage based off of mana, but this time it's your mana reserved instead of mana unreserved, which is cool. So that lets you reserve a bunch of auras. And then I was thinking maybe go with that new lightning shock nova of Procession. Try that. Just put a bunch of like cold and lightning damage on it, or maybe even wear dual Call of the Brotherhood rings and convert everything to cold damage. And then maybe get that new belt. There's another, so something else I saw, there's a new belt. You probably already know about it if you play this game, but it lets you have a defensive and an offensive shrine active at all times. This is like super end game. It's going to be very expensive, but it makes you have to take off all your flasks. But that synergizes really well with a bloodline from the King of the Mist, I think is who it is. You kill him and then you get to pick his bloodline, and it gives you an extra ring slot. And there's a downside to it where like your utility flasks are deactivated, but you're not using them anyway. So that kind of lessens the load of using dual Call of the Brotherhoods, because they're not the greatest rings outside of the the cold conversion. Now you can have 1 Foulborn Call of the Brotherhood, which grants you more power charges, and then not like maximum power charges, but like gives you a power charge after you like spend mana or kill a frozen enemy or something. Anyways, so that lets you have a 3rd ring slot, and something that would be really good with that would be like the Taming, that gives you a lot of elemental damage, or like a really good rare that has like life and res, chaos res, something like that, all stats. Like, I guess like the perfect rare ring would be like life, energy shield, mana, or life, energy shield, craft on -7 to cost of skills, And then for your suffixes, you would have all res, chaos res, and all attributes or something like that, or strength, or just one particular attribute. Now, I know that's like a really crazy ring, but it's not too bad to get like all tier 1s. It's just getting all the mods that you want. You could do it through like ROG, or you would have been able to do it through the tree, but there's still ROG, and he's still pretty strong from what I understand. So anyways, there's a lot of good stuff coming out in this next league, and Absolution is getting a buff, which is why I'm playing it, and it's been going really smooth through the axe. So I did a little trial run, made it to Act 8. I don't know if I'm gonna keep going or not since the league starts in 2 days, but so I probably won't make another update on this character, but I'll update when the league starts and share how it goes for that. And once I'm able to get one of those essences for my belt, I'll show you. All right, thanks for checking it out, and if you're gonna play 3.28, good luck and have fun.